Let's jump right into this explainer. If you're a professional, maybe a university researcher, an engineer, or really anyone whose inbox looks like an absolute war zone by 9 a.m., this one is for you. We're looking at a wildly practical workflow designed to take your daily inbox chaos and turn it into a beautifully structured, prioritized workday using Microsoft 365 Copilot. We're not just reading emails today, we are going to master them.
Seriously, think about this for a second. How much of your morning is literally lost just digging through endless, massive email threads? You know the drill. You log in, and you spend the first hour just trying to figure out what's actually on fire, checking deadlines, and manually scratching out a to-do list. The sheer volume of time wasted manually sifting through all that noise before you even start your actual work is a huge pain point. It completely drains your energy before the real tasks even begin.
Well, that is exactly where Microsoft 365 Copilot steps in. But we need to reframe how we think about this. Forget the idea of Copilot as just some basic tool that drafts a quick robotic reply for you. We're talking about a strategic assistant here. The whole goal is moving from drowning in raw information to taking structured action. It's about letting the AI digest the overwhelming threads so you can organize your daily workflow. It's working way smarter, not harder.
Okay, let's get into the actual setup. It's basically a simple two-step process. First, open Outlook. But wait, quick pause here. This is a really important caveat. If you're following along to train yourself or maybe your team, absolutely make sure you use anonymized or fictional emails. Seriously, don't use real, confidential data for training exercises. It's just a crucial safety step to protect sensitive info. All right, once you've got a safe inbox ready, step 2 is just firing up Copilot. You'll usually find the icon right there in their Outlook ribbon, the reading pane, or as a handy side panel.
Phase 1, summarizing today's inbox. So here's our first practical look at how we stop just reacting to every single ping and actually get a high-level overview. The secret sauce here is in the prompt. We're not just vaguely typing, "Hey, summarize my email." No way. Look at the exact phrasing we're using here. We give it the specific time frame, today. We give it a priority structure, high, medium, low. We tell it exactly what data points to extract, like the sender, deadline, and action required. And finally, we demand it all in a table. It's like giving perfectly clear instructions to a human assistant. And boom, look at the instant payoff. Because we were so incredibly specific with that prompt, Copilot instantly builds this brilliant table for you. Right up top in high priority, we spot Sarah Johnson's email about a project report. The summary gives it to us straight. The client needs it today, the deadline is 5 p.m., and yep, action is definitely required. You get the entire picture instantly. You don't have to manually open 40 different emails to realize you have a massive deadline looming while accidentally ignoring it for a low-priority newsletter. The time savings here are honestly game-changing.
So we've got our summary. It looks great, but we're not stopping there. Let's keep the momentum going and shift gears from just having a nice overview to actually making active, prioritized decisions.
Let's take it a step further with this next prompt. We're explicitly telling Copilot, based on the email summary we just made, build a prioritized action plan. This is absolutely brilliant because it forces the AI to turn passive info into actionable tasks. We're asking for the task, the reason it's a priority, the deadline, an estimated time to complete it, and the very next step. This right here is where we shift from just reading to actually doing. Okay, this output is where the real magic happens. This is light years better than staring at a standard inbox. Copilot hands you a crystal clear, prioritized to-do list. Check out Priority 1, complete and send that project report. It knows the reason is the client deadline today at 5. But look at this next column, estimated time, 2 hours. It actually analyzed the context and is suggesting you block out a solid 2 hours for this. It tells you exactly what to do first, why it matters, and the time budget you need to get it done. All right, so we went from emails to decisions, and now we're moving from information into concrete action. Having a great prioritized to-do list is awesome, right? But it's kind of useless if you don't actually map it onto a realistic daily calendar. Which brings us to our third and final prompt. We're asking Copilot to build a realistic schedule based on that action plan. But here is the kicker. We set a strict boundary. We say, assume I have 3 hours available. By telling the AI the actual reality of your day and reminding it to include short breaks, you get something you can actually use rather than a fantasy wish list of tasks. And there it is, your completely tailored daily schedule. Starting at 9:30, you spend 10 minutes reviewing priorities. Then, from 9:40 to 11:40, you lock in those 2 dedicated hours for the urgent project report. This final transformation is all about fiercely protecting your time. Instead of playing whack-a-mole with new notifications all morning, you're starting your day completely structured and focused on the work that actually moves the needle.
Phase 3, staying in control with AI best practices.
Now, as amazing as this workflow is, we absolutely have to talk about using it responsibly. Don't look at these guidelines as limitations of AI, look at them as your professional superpowers. You have to stay in the driver's seat. So here's a rapid-fire checklist. First, always review the AI's output. It's incredibly fast, but it can easily miss the subtle nuances of human conversation. Second, fact-check the names, dates, and deadlines. Third, and we can't stress this enough, don't use confidential data when you're just training or practicing. Stick to anonymized examples. And finally, remember that human judgment is the whole shebang.
This quote right here really hits the nail on the head based on the source material we're covering today. AI does not replace your judgment. It's an insanely fast assistant meant to help you untangle your inbox, spot those hidden priorities, and plan your day. But at the end of the day, you're the one flying the plane. Copilot is exactly that, a co-pilot. You remain the ultimate responsible decision maker. So I want to leave you with this final thought as we wrap up this explainer. If running this Copilot workflow saves you an hour of totally mind-numbing inbox sorting every single morning, what are you going to do with that reclaimed time? By summarizing your inbox, mapping your true priorities, and scheduling your day, you aren't just clearing emails, you're literally taking your workday back. Save time, stay organized, and stay in control. Try this exact workflow tomorrow morning and see how it feels. Thanks for tuning in.